Now we should be live, I think. Let's see. Hello, welcome to Swiss Watch Gang. Welcome to a live interview straight from
Hello.
Geneva Watch Days. We're here at our first appointment, one of six today. We do them back to back, so we have the next one in 30 minutes. We're today here with Xavier. He's the founder of Chapek and the CEO and just a cool guy. We're going to take a look at the new watches and also the existing collection. He's going to explain to us basically why we should care about Czapek watches, right? So, Xavier, thank you for doing this today with us. And on the side, we have the laptop.
Yes.
Basically, if somebody leaves a comment, we can answer that. We put it on the stream like this.
Yes.
So, Nanjai said, woohoo.
Hello.
Welcome. So, please tell us something about the Czapek and what's the story for you.
So, Chapek, we're going to make it short, okay? Yeah. There is a history part that is starting 1811 with his birth in Semenice, so it's Bohemia near Prague. It's today Czech Republic. Then he moves to Warsaw, and it's another country that has been actually erased from the map at that moment.
Yeah.
It's today Poland. It was Poland before, and then at that moment, well, it was invaded by big boys around them, the Austrian Empire, the Russians, and the Prussians. And there is a battle called Varsavianka. In this battle that the Polish lose, well, actually two companies are going to be burned now, and there are two men participating to that. And Chapek is one of them, and he flees, because it's a defeat, and he goes to Geneva in 1832, and starts up a first business of watches, working for other watchmakers. Of course, the cost of the pocket watches was so high that you need a lot of gold. And he will have the money actually brought by another Polish guy, Antoine Norbert de Patek, that he meets in 1836. And both of them, they participated to the Varsavianka. So you can imagine that the brotherhood made them very friends.
Of course.
And Chapek partner was a guy called Moreau from Versoix, who had a niece that actually Patek is going to marry. So it's a very close friendship between the guys. And in 1839, they decide to create a new company at the end of the Chapek and Moreau period. And it's a 6-year partnership, and it's called Patek, Chapek and Company. And it's an immediate success, also because the Polish diaspora has moved largely to Western Europe, and these people are very close now. At the end of the period, in 1845, the two men part away, and two companies are born, and Chapek makes Chapek and Company. And for him, it's an immediate success because the Polish tend to be very much loyal, and they kind of prefer, or select to remain with the Polish watchmaker, with the watchmaker that is Polish. So Chapek opens the first, as his atelier here. It's beginning in Quai des Bergues. That's why the first collection is called Quai des Bergues.
Yeah. Makes sense.
And then he goes to Paris and opens a store with his new partner, Jules Gruzelski, who is a friend of the Napoleons that he had met in his teenage. So he's a friend of Napoleon III, and they become the purveyor of the court of the Emperor Napoleon III, and open the first watchmaking boutique, first to our knowledge, in the Place Vendôme.
Okay.
It's first on number 23 and after 25. So it's a very prestigious company that grows extremely fast. It's 6 years, and then it's another 3-4 years before they accomplish this level. He writes a book on watchmaking, and all these elements lead to a great success. He is, during the 1850s, the most important watchmaker of I would say continental Europe. So 20-25 is like a generation of success. And 1869, we don't know why he leaves Geneva. 1870-71 is the Commune in Paris, and we have a last picture of the Chapek store and the barricade of the Place Vendôme in front of it. So it's quite an emotional thing. But then everything disappears. The company is stopped. So it becomes dormant for 143 years. 2001, Harry, one of the three founders that we are, or refounders now, revivers, find the story, is amazed by the story, amazed by the fact that the watchmaker is unknown actually for the majority. In 2008, he starts the process of reviving the brand, does it in 2012 with a friend of his dad who passes away, so buys back the shares, look for someone else. I'm unemployed. So if you ever get unemployed, or if you ever are stuck with something that is tough, take a step back and smile.
Yeah.
Because the coin has always two sides, And I hear, and then in the watchmaking world, see here friends who have been helping me in this moment that was really tough. And it's so nice, to see them again. So one of them, I offered him a share to thank him for his help. And he's actually quite amazed today to be a shareholder.
No, but it's good.
So yeah, so we meet, we connect, and what happened then is I brought in another person, a watchmaker, and the three of us, we start the project. And the idea is to go from past to present to future. So past was a pocket watch we identified as really representative of Chapek work.
Yeah.
The present was this watch here, the Kedeberg in enamel. Here we have one in gold and guilloche. So it's a hand guilloche that we have registered. It's called guilloche ricochet.
I love the hands. I love the shape of the hands.
And then we moved from present to future. And the future is, for example, the Place Vendôme. This is the execution in titanium, where it's a tourbillon with a second time zone.
Wow, this is
so this is
stunning.
2016, when people, were coming to us and going like this, saying these poor guys are going to be dead in a couple of months. So it was a moment of the hippies, and we were still hippies, but we're more now part of the panorama. But then it was like for many of the people, it was crazy because we started with $10,000 and we got financed, of course, at the beginning by friends, family, and fools, who are business angels, who are everything but not fools, in fact. And then we did this crowdfunding equity campaign and opened the capital to anyone who wanted to join. So it was also a nice story to say, look, this is Chapek. It's one of the most important watchmaker in the history of watchmaking, and then everybody can be part of it.
Yeah.
Okay, so
let's continue the journey, right?
Exactly.
Of the
so
brand and everything.
Then we went on to do a chronograph, and this chronograph story is a very interesting story because we started in 2012 by doing a watch. You can see it on both sides. So this is this is a rough watch, and this watch was made to actually re-establish the brand. So the whole idea was this is you can see a Valjoux 7733.
Yeah.
It's a vintage movement, and using vintage parts and non-vintage parts, we made a watch that was here to show that it's a revival of a company and not a speculation on a brand name that we would sell without doing anything. And people they love this watch also because it was a Californian dial, so we did it again. We did a revival, but if you can try, maybe you can press the pushers. See that there is a very long. You see the pushers are really having a long displacement, a long move, and people were really fascinated by that. And at one point, one of the guys buying it, who became a shareholder and a board member, a very good friend of mine, told me, you should do the watch the other way around, because in fact everybody wants to play. When I'm in a dinner with that watch, they all want to put it on the other side,
of course,
like this, on the
chronographs, especially.
And so that was the beginning of the idea. The beginning of the idea was, okay, let's have a chrono. It's very nice to have a chrono, but it's simple to explain, but it's very difficult to execute.
Complicated.
Let's try to have it on the other side.
Yeah.
Okay. So in 2015 we tried and we failed. We didn't find the right way to do the equation. Then actually another brand launched a watch with a chrono up dial side, and I went to Jean-Marie and said, congratulations, we failed, you did it. But we will come one day with a watch that does it.
With something similar.
We tried again in 2017 and failed again. So it's also true, people think it's because they only see the final thing. They think it's easy, but there is a lot of struggle. Yeah. And then when we changed the equation was when we decided to do the Rattrapante.
Wow.
And by including the Rattrapante, we were not obliged to do a large volume. We could spend more on R&D, on development, on innovation, and that's how we came to the Rattrapante.
And so you were teasing everybody with sketches, nobody knew what is going to be.
Yeah, we like.
This is just a beautiful.
We like erotism, so there had to be a little bit of erotism, and it was a brief for the Antarctique, and this is an Antarctique, the second model of Antarctique.
So basically,
we'll talk again about the erotism with the Antarctique.
And it's a split-second chrono.
Exactly.
So you can measure two times. Now I stop the one hand, and the second one is running.
Yeah.
And we can stop it again. and then they can now reset.
Exactly.
It's difficult to do it from this direction, but we definitely need to
Yeah.
show this watch
You
on
see,
the
when
channel.
you start, actually, it's the push is long because when you start, you arm it. Okay.
Yeah.
You see, the hammer
yeah,
has
yeah.
gone back down, and here you have here on the left, you have the lever of the clutch, or the clutch itself, and then the lever of the clutch in the middle. And every of these parts are dancing. You know, that was the idea of a ballet.
Yeah.
And that's why we did a plate for the complication that was very dark, close
And
to
you
black.
can see the two
So
column
that
wheels
yeah, exactly.
at 12 and 6 o'clock.
Yeah.
If we turn it a bit, you can see the depth of the movement, which is also very nice. Now we're gonna do.
And again, we wanted to dive into the watch. That was the other part, you know, to see very well the different.
You see how deep it is, basically.
So you see all the components of the chronograph.
Yeah, on
you
the
even
front
see,
side.
if you look on the side, you even see the mechanism of the rattrapante. That is action from the lower part, where the second column wheel is. So the upper part is the chrono, and the lower part is the rattrapante. Okay, which is going to the two clamps are going to press here, actually from the other side, but they're going to press in the center. And in the center, you have this tripod that is very very unique, with a miniaturized satellite train, because we had to miniaturize to put everything together. And that's also the reason of the monopusher.
Wow.
Now, the big challenge when you do a rattrapante is torque, because the chrono is asking for a lot of torque, and this is one of the complications that requires more torque. Now, the other, and here I'm opening you see there is a quick read. We could actually develop it, invent it. It's Aurélien who did the most part of the invention.
Let me say something to Patrick Bryant. Patrick Bryant, this is we're doing YouTube live, so we are relying on Wi-Fi. On it's not editing, no lighting. That's why the quality is like it is, but I think it's still good. Look.
Yeah. So you see there is a new movement. The SXX, well, caliber 6, and you see the shape of the rotor, and the shape of this rotor will obviously remind you of another piece, which was the first chrono that we did initially with Vaucher, because we failed. You know, remember, in 2015 it worked, and then when Vaucher came to us saying we want to launch our new chrono with you, we said, yeah, sure, let's do it, but let's have some exclusivity on that, and let's do real special execution, and that's how this
but looks beautiful as well.
Integrated chrono 5Hz was born.
Yeah.
So we took really the inspiration of the first and did the second, and here really now we are in what we were dreaming of doing, which is
beautiful.
So a very powerful base movement, and on the other side an incredible module, showing all the components, the moving components on the dial side.
Yeah, well done. How is it received yet so far by the audience, by the watch media as well?
It's very well received.
Yeah.
Good. We have to keep calm and continue.
That's good. That's good.
Very well received. Yeah. No,
so what about let's say the future of Chapek? What is your goal to make each complication, or do you want to focus on, let's say, more sporty watches now? Or
it's a journey.
Yeah.
First of all, it's a journey, and it's a journey to the stars, but it's not a journey to. We believe that part of our game, our objective, is to make as many people who are starting collecting watches and loving watches discover horology.
Yeah.
So when we were kids or when we were grown up, we were seeing some of other brands that are neighbors, beloved neighbors here, and that was an inspiration for us. And we definitely didn't want to do the same thing as they were doing. Yeah. So also find our own territory, our own galaxy, our own world. No, in that sense, bringing the very creative. It's always a quest for beauty. This journey is about a quest for beauty in watchmaking. This is very important. And then try to, irradiate in a positive way this spirit of horologerie to a large number. But also we want to be in the hundreds, not in the thousands. It's not it's not a race for volume. It's not it's a business, but it has to be a sound business. It's not about quantity.
Yeah.
It's about keeping what we are doing, and the vision is really to bring this to share this quest with as many people as possible. So product wise,
we'll have to stay surprised.
The thing that is what are the things that are missing here? So product wise, we have
what's
quite a
missing?
few ideas.
Minute repeater,
for example.
For example,
Since the beginning, we said we wanted a minute
world
repeater.
timer.
Also, good choice.
What else? What else?
So that's also a little bit
Triple
in the
axis
pipeline.
tourbillon.
I don't know. The tourbillon is always I would love to, because the tourbillon is not a complication at the same time.
Yeah,
I would love to.
I completely agree.
Actually,
the one you have already is amazing.
We are.
If we can show it again on the camera.
The third project is a project regarding escapements and compensation.
Yeah. Constant force.
So that's also.
Fusée chain.
No.
I'll stop asking. What do you think, guys?
So that's actually the three projects that we have. The world timer is very far away.
Okay.
The minute repeater has started earlier, but it's a very long-term project.
Of course,
that we don't want to rush. And the work on the escapement and the compensation and etc. Is something that is starting now.
Okay. Fair enough.
23.
Excellent. Listen, we'll be back definitely. We'll observe you. We'll have you on the channel again.
Yes.
For like a nice edited video. But this is fun. This was fun. How do you feel about Geneva Watch Days so far?
No, it's great.
It's a good experience to be back with
in the Geneva Watch Days. We introduced last year the Antarctique.
Yeah.
And for us, this watch has been really a game changer. It's a simple sport watch. It was actually the request of so many. You ask us. We are also the fruit of what we want it to be. By watch lovers for watch lovers.
Yeah.
So the conversation we had in events. And I'm traveling often, and the one there. So I meet you guys, and I hear you, and I listen to you, and I hear what you are saying about you can try to open, so we can see if it's so easy or so hard.
So
you're being tasted.
I gotta go through this.
It's a switch. So if you do snowboarding, it means you go the other way around.
I mean, voila, it's done already. Yeah.
You see,
very easy.
So
I don't snowboard, so that would be horrible.
Or
fun, I don't know.
Actually, snowboarding is probably the thing that provided me with the willingness to become an entrepreneur.
Okay,
because I made some in my garage when I was 14, and one day one guy told me, "Can you make one for me?" And I order you, I pay you, and you make one. And I found that process of doing a nice object with a function and the design fantastic.
Let me ask you something.
Instead of snowboarding, now I do watches.
So about the Antarctique here, the dial is beautiful, the bracelet's very well executed, but the movement,
that was the work that we had with the.
Can I ask what's the price, man?
18. It's about 20,000 Swiss francs.
Yeah,
with tax, so 18,570.
With this amount of finishing, micro rotor.
Well, we are slim. I mean, when we don't gain weight because of the pandemic, we are slim.
Yeah.
We are sparse yet in the way we manage the company. So we all have small salaries, but all of us. So it's fair. We don't spend much. We focus on the watch. We don't cut corner on the watch. The rest, we travel at low cost, and that's where we're passionate for that. That's where we put our attention and our. So you see, the central bridge was a problem, and we turned that problem into a magnificent black mirror, 6-in-1 angle, manual angle done, and that this level of anglage is just incredible. You have the wow. I forgot to wind it, but it's actually nice also to to see the game on the. Here we go. With 1 or 2 turn, you can relaunch it.
Relaunch it. Yeah, we need you to be alive.
Yeah, because if they are not really warm, so since Monday they are just now getting to the end of the power reserve.
Yeah, no, but looks beautiful.
Hours of power reserve. It's a long power reserve because it's a large barrel, strong barrel.
I mean,
and a platinum rotor. So the idea we said it's all about erotism. That was the brief for that watch. We wanted to have a real sport watch, so we went for German silver, Maillot in French. So it's a stronger type of alloy than the brass, and we tried to do the highest level of finishing that we could find on on such a movement, and to cut the bridges as thin as possible.
Yeah.
And that was coming from the pocket watches, because we were buying pocket watches for Chapek to build a mini museum, if you want.
Yeah.
And all these pocket watches, they were more revealing than it is today. And we felt that's a pity that we lost something in the middle.
Yeah.
Let's show the beauty of the gear train, but at the same time, let's respect the sport function.
Yes. Yeah.
So have a strong alloy, open it, have a strong construction, very logic, very well made, but make it as aerial possible, as floating in the air as possible.
So time by Raphael is asking if there's a quick release. There is. Look, so there's a custom screwdriver. Basically, you put it in like this.
You can even do it.
You just turn it.
Yeah, you can even do it with the fingers.
Okay, perfect.
But it's not that easy with the finger.
Okay.
If I try to do it now, I can do it, and I can show you one thing after I did it. So now if live I don't manage to finish it, I really look stupid, you know.
Sure, it's live.
It's the beauty of live, you know. Is he going to sweat or just struggle and look stupid?
No, it's okay. We showed it already.
No, it's okay. Don't come to save me. I'm gonna do it.
We did it.
You're a nice guy.
You can also do it with the finger.
You're saving your guests. So now I'm going to. So you have to press the two buttons. I have to have the surprise for you. This is something that people have asked us a lot to do. This is a.
You can extend. You can extend the bracelet.
Exactly.
Voila. Oh, that's
Here
cool.
we go.
So basically, we extended this part of the bracelet. If you sweat a bit, or if it's cold, or
exactly.
if you gain weight, like we did during COVID.
Okay.
Here we go. This is the
extension. What we discovered is that we have our wrist inches twice a day. You know, once per night, once per day. So it's actually very comfortable. And that was a pending assignment that we lost. We did not attend. And this is going to be delivered in November. And we promised to everyone who had already ordered the Czapek Antarctique that he would get it for the cost price. So basically, as low as possible, so that people don't get frustrated. You know, we treat people the way we would like to be treated. And in the end, this is very helpful. It's not an easy way. It's a hard way. It's a bit of the way of the samurai, but it's a nice way.
Yes, I mean,
very demanding but very rewarding.
At the end, people buy from people, right? You don't buy from a machine or
no.
If you buy a watch, you call you Instagram or YouTube or email, and then that's it.
And
right?
It's the same for me. So that's why I can talk about Yannick, who is a prototypist for the guilloche, because I know him. It's a community of people, and that's why we use the sentence "we collect rare people."
Yes,
and these are as much our clients, our shareholder, but also the craftsmen who are working on the watches.
Excellent. Listen, Xavier, thank you so much for taking the time, showing us the new watches.
With pleasure.
I wish you all the success and a lot of fun in Geneva. And I hope to see you soon on the channel.
Yes.
Guys, follow Chapek on Instagram, YouTube, website. Ask them as many questions as you want. They're very approachable, actually. Don't be afraid. Behind this very well curated profile is actually a nice guy and a good team behind him as well. And if you want to see more from Chapek, leave a comment down below and we'll make it happen. Right?
Thanks.
Let's go.
Fantastic.
Xavier, all the best. Ciao.
Bye.
And thank you guys, and see you on the next one. It's going to be in half an hour, so stay tuned.
Bye-bye.